It was touching. This is amazing to come back here and see so many familiar faces. And I think that was the coolest part for me, was to actually recognize people. I recognize you. Yeah, I recognize a lot of you. So I'll start it off by I'm going to be short about it. I'll start the Canadian way and say, I'm sorry we don't have some cool-ass reveal. We'll apologize. Update 17 took a lot of things. Update 17 was so close that all we had time for was a party, which is the best part, is meeting you guys. And I got a lot of notes.
We still love you, man.
Oh, I love you too. I got notes. Glenn, do you think that Valkyrie needs AoE in this area?
Yes! Yeah!
All right, well, we're going to have to debate that on the plane back to Canada. What can I tell you about Update 18? You guys came here, so I feel like I owe it to you to tell you a little bit of Update 18. All right.
Film this.
Don't film this shit.
Too late.
Yes.
All right, so you guys know that the solar map rework got kicked out of 17 because we ran out of time, and we had to do a whole bunch of cool parkour stuff, including doing damage to yourself when you're in the dojo. That's not a bug, that's a feature. All right.
That's how a bit of...
Yeah, it's realism, exactly. Okay, so big stuff in 18. We're going to do the solar map rework. I'm kind of a little bit drunk, so I'm going to slur it. We're going to try to reduce the grind by making you face different stuff. We talked about this a lot, that you're always in the void, looking for the high-end stuff. We're going to spread that back through the solar system. We're going to give you... Well, I think I think I kind of screwed up the new user experience. You know, you get those planets, you have no idea which way to go. And if you remember the solar map before that, had that kind of road, right?
Yeah. Yes!
Yeah, it was kind of sort of better, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of work in the middle of the solar system, which I thought was cool. But it's harder we're always strike this balance, right? I have a list of veteran players who want to optimize fighting level 200 enemies, but I think we need to keep new people coming in as well. So we're going to have the road back. We're going to have a more obvious progression. But for veterans, we're going to create a thing we are calling sorties, which is you have a week long to kind of travel this high-end road, which has a couple forks for really hard stuff, better rewards, and I know Glenn has a lot of cool ideas for things like defense, where kind of you need to wear a diaper to kind of play it. We're going to try to. We got pink shorts or a diaper. The pink shorts are quite absorbent. We're going to be doing a lot of that stuff with the solar map rework, and it's going to take patience from I think a lot of you vets. The second thing is the new faction. Oh my God, it's 2.5 years. We need a new faction, and so the Tombs of the Sentient. Hung Hao the Sentient is going to be reassembling himself. If you finish the Nata quest, you know that he's kind of waking up, and he's So sorry, no spoilers. I was careful.
No,
I was careful. So I think we're going to have this new faction, and he's actually really geared towards vets. There's a lot of adaptation in that enemy design, and hopefully we can really challenge you guys, and I think that'll be super interesting. And then the last thing I'll mention, there's a bunch of crap, but the last thing is going to be a quest called The Second Dream. And The Second Dream is basically going to be the most important fucking quest you've ever played in Warframe because it's going to be a cinematic quest.
Nice!
Whoa! Yeah, everyone's clapping until they try to play it in co-op. But anyway, It's going to be a cinematic quest, and it's going to answer the questions that y'all been asking me for about 2.5 years. Who are the Tenno for real? Right? What is actually happening with the Warframes? It's going to be the most megaton quest we've ever done. And
it's gonna be legendary.
I won't say anything more about it. It's going to be that'll be one to avoid spoilers on for sure.
Goosebumps, man.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So look forward to that. There's a reason why we built a full model of Lotus for this quest. There's a lot of really crazy old lore that's going to finally pay off. I know there's probably more than a few people that have kind of formed what it is. And oh my God, I just noticed that fucking awesome house.
Woo!
Bullshit. That is awesome. Right, so that's what 18 is. We got the new map, a new faction, and we have the first cinematic quest we'll ever do in Warframe. I really hope that's a moment to remember for you guys.
Why don't you give away the poster behind you at the end of your speech?
To who?
To me.
The bingo
Here.
card box.
Woo-hoo!
Where's the bingo card box?
Get the bingo card box. All right, and then the last thing I wanted to say is just thank you for giving me, personally, my dream job, because I've worked on this game for 2.5 years, and most of the time after you work on a game for 2.5 years, you say, I never want to fucking touch this thing again. On to the next thing. But your passion, your enthusiasm, your curiosity, I mean, it's crazy to go, they actually are wondering why Ortis said this. They actually think Ortis is level 10,000 on the drunk scale. That sort of crazy ins and outs of this idea that we had, to see you guys latch onto that and be interested in it is so humbling and flattering. And it's very rare that you can make a game and have it live for this long, that I can come to Gamescom and see familiar faces. And so I want to thank all of you. I hope you feel that is sincere, because it really is a special moment for me tonight to meet people with founder shirts, to meet people that I've seen before, and to show you my sweaty, sweaty pits. Thank you all. And Rebecca will get this away. Okay. She's way taller than I am.
Just come back next year, man.
All right, we will.
Yeah! Nice!
There's a huge poster behind me, and whoever's name I draw out of this box with the bingo card wins a Warframe poster.
Woohoo!
The other 4, actually the other 5 at the end of the night. So,
Please send us your in-game alias.
RNG, everyone's favorite at Warframe.